Good afternoon, my dear doctor. My group members are going to make the presentation about the college disability of support offices as advertisements, a multimodal discourse analysis. And for me, I am going to continue my part. Yeah, talk about the methods. The discourse is divided as three methods. Number one is structured programs. Number two is coordinated services, and number three is services. Yeah, and the authors use a number of particularly variable DSO websites belonging to U.S. institutions of higher learning to research or review. Yeah, and the first three institutions were randomly selected from each level of the K&W College guide list. A random number generator was used while including higher education institutions with different levels of support. The K&W guide classifies U.S. higher education institutions into structured programs, coordinated services, and services based on their level of support services. Where at the highest level, the structured programs provide services beyond those required by law. At the highest level, structured programs offer services that beyond the legal requirements to provide equal and fair access to the learning environment. Students enrolled in institutions with structured programs may develop their own individualized learning plans, similar to individualized education programs utilized in K-12 education. In junction with tutoring and emotional counseling services provided by certified staff. The director of the program is actively involved in admission decisions, and the criteria for admission may be more flexible for students with disabilities. Institutions providing coordinated services, which provide less comprehensive and individualized services than structured programs, include at least one certified learning disability specialist on the DSO staff. Finally, the colleges and universities in the services category provide accommodations for students with disabilities that meet legal requirements for equal access to the learning environment, but don't have a certified learning disability specialist on staff. And according to the full list of websites including is presented in table 1, because research shows that there are more students with disabilities in 2 years or community colleges than 4 years institutions. One additional community college website was randomly selected from each of the coordinated services, and the structured tiers of the K&W guide to ensure a more stratified data source. Because the structured program tier of the K&W guide didn't include any community or vocational colleges, one additional institution was randomly selected from structured program tier. The full list of websites included is presented in table 1. Yeah. And the analysis for the research involved an iterative process. First, the websites of 12 HEIS will examined to gather first impressions. Then Johnson's metrics analytical tool, a metric used to organize and understand the complexity of the technical, conceptual, and aesthetic elements of semiotic resources, was used to systemize the analysis of the content and representation of visual images and texts, which emerged in initial parts of the websites. The metric captured images and texts in both PC and phone interfaces used to deliver information and occupy the computer screen. In this paper, text refers to alphabetical writing used to express content, and the image refers to non-alphabetical visual representation of content such as drawings, photographs, graphs, or logos. Screenshots of homepages were taken to record each salient component of web page, and the descriptive notes of each screenshot were added alongside the date each screenshot was taken. Yeah. And for this part, as we can see, the number of clicks is meaningful for users familiar with navigating institutional websites. For first-time users, how fast can one can research a website concerns not only the number of clicks but also identifying the correct path between navigation of links, between navigation links. In 8 sites, the first path to get the DSO website using links. Using links. And they used the student life or current student or student life as the navigation link. Okay, and also found that beginning with a link related to some version of students' affairs was the most common way to find the link to disability content. However, in order to for websites, users had to click academics or about from the main menu bar to automatically arrive at the DSO web pages. So, despite requiring a relatively low number of clicks from the home pages of institutions, the inconsistency of navigation paths conveyed the difficulty and inconvenience that users who are interested in reaching DSO websites may experience. Okay, and this is my part of my presentation. Thank you for listening. Thank you.